Welcome to Math Plus, where math makes sense. In this video, we will identify basic three-dimensional shapes. We did a previous video on two-dimensional shapes and three-dimensional shapes, and I'll give you the link in the next frame. Many people will ask, when do you start teaching it? The beauty about homeschooling is you can start teaching anything at any age. If your 2-year-old is ready to learn this, then teach it. Your third grader may not have wanted to learn it until third grade. It may not have made sense. And then your fifth grader can review with this video. So no specific age, the whole family can learn together. I want you to click above. You're going to see two different videos. One will come up for two-dimensional shapes, and then there's the second one that will come up for the three-dimensional shapes. Those are our teaching videos. If you want to go through those first, you are welcome to do that. In this video, we will practice identifying those three-dimensional shapes. We're not going to go into a lot of vocabulary. At the end of the video, I have one that goes more into that, the faces and the edges and things like that. This one is just a simple identification. We have two shapes here. They both have a name. One is two-dimensional, one is three-dimensional. Which one is three-dimensional? Choose the one that you think is. You can point to it if you'd like, and then I'll expose the answers. The first one here is two-dimensional. And how do we know that? I want you on the next slide to say that. This is two-dimensional because it's flat. I can't pick it up and see the sides. I can't see the top. I can't see the back. It's on a flat piece of paper, two-dimensional. A three-dimensional shape, however, has several sides. You can see through this box, this is a cube, this is a square. This is shaped like a square on each side, but it's called a cube because it's three-dimensional. But you can see how this three-dimensional shape has sides to it, and you can pick it up. Think of a Kleenex box and show that to your child. This is a cube. They have those, and show them that they literally have surfaces and sides. Good job if you got that right. Let's try again. Now that you know the difference between the two, I want you to point to the three-dimensional shape or 3D shape, and then if you, better yet, do you know what it's called? You may have called this a circle, but it's not. When it's three-dimensional, it's like a basketball. You can hold it with your hands and bounce it. It's called a sphere. And it's round, and it's got volume to it. Where a circle is just a flat shape. That's a two-dimensional shape again. It's flat. You can draw a circle on a piece of paper, and it's called 2D or two-dimensional. Let's try again. I bet you'll get them all right now. Which figure is three-dimensional, and can you name it? Point to it. Which one do you think it is? All right. Three-dimensional triangular prism. It's flat on the bottom, and then it has four sides coming up to a point at the top, and that triangle is just flat. Two-dimensional, you can draw that on a piece of paper. It's flat. One more. I want you to point to the three-dimensional shape and give me the name if you know. You're right again. Three-dimensional rectangular prism. And the other one is a rectangle, which most of you know, and it is flat. Here's a review of some of the 2D and 3D shapes. If you want to stop the video and go over some of those, you're more than welcome to do that. I challenge you to look in your environment. Look for things that look like these. If you want to print this off or just Google it, you can find a chart. But find these things in your environment with your child and have them, give them the proper names. And by the time they have to take a test or something and identify them, they're going to know it. Learning is about repetition. And it's the best way to learn is in your environment. It's to actually find these shapes and these figures all around you. And here are some other examples. We have a cone, a cube, spheres, a cylinder, another sphere, and a cone here. So these are things you can find in your environment. And maybe you can play a game and keep a chart, even do graphing with it. Make the names of all the different types of 3D shapes that you find, and then graph it and see Which one has, what is the one that you can find mostly in your environment? And then you can graph it as well. Last but not least, I wanted to show you how you can take a two-dimensional shape and make it a three-dimensional shape. I'm going to go ahead and get my marker. This is a square, and I want you to put a little dot in the middle, right here. And then I'm going to get straight lines. Oops. And make another square right on top of it. Now this isn't going to be perfect because I don't have a ruler, but I just want to show you how you can turn this into a three-dimensional figure. You can do this with a rectangle as well. But see how I made a square, not a perfect square, right in front of it? Well, now you're going to connect the corners. So you go from corner to corner, corner to corner. Look at that, it's coming together. Isn't that fun? You can go back and follow me and stop at each step. We used to draw these and put some, make them look like ice cubes. You can get your pen. We can even make the color. Well, we'll just put it here. And look, we'll pretend ice water is melting around the ice cube. How's that? Or it could be a box. I hope you enjoyed the video. Make sure you check out our playlist on the end screen, and thanks for coming. I also put a couple of worksheets in the description under the video, just in case you feel like printing one off and having your child do a little worksheet.